my love, this is going to be your future and fortunes reading. We are going to be reading on the topic of your love life. So you asked, what is the future of my love life? So with all future readings, please keep in mind that future readings are subject to change based on your present actions. Nothing is set in stone. Use these readings as guidance to help you make, to help you make choices along the way. I always encourage that we aim for the future, but that we live in the present, okay? But just keep in mind that anything that comes up in this reading, it's not set in stone. Things can change, you can tweak it around, and all of that. So I just want to make sure that I clear that up a little bit. For your reading, I'm going to be using the Halloween Tarot. I'm going to be using the Oracle of Oddities, which is the first, second, and third edition mixed together. And I'll probably also pull from Madame Endoras fortune cards. I have them right here. And the reading table is different. I'm not at my own place, so I'm limited on the decks that I brought with me, and I'm making do with my area. If you hear barking, pounding on the door from this direction, I have the dogs outside. So far they're being quiet, but we'll see how long that lasts. Just wanted to give you the heads up in case you were wondering what's going on. All right, future of your love life. Oop, there we go. I love it when I get jumper cards. Future of your love life. Okay. Future of your love life. Okay. So, we have the Knight, we have the Talisman, we have the Wizard. The card of the tarot that popped out when I was shuffling is Judgment. I love it. Judgment is that higher calling, somebody trying to get your attention kind of a thing. This could actually be an individual who will be trying to get your attention in the near future. So this could be somebody who's going to try to get your attention in the near future with the Judgment card. You may be noticing things about a certain person. There's just, I feel like you're going to have that moment. The Knight card coming up says triumph over adversity. The Talisman, you are destined to succeed. And the Wizard, use your skills to aid others. I love it. So I feel like your oracle cards are kind of revealing the energy of there's going to be great successes in your love life in the near future. Definitely with the Knight card, we can look at that also as a contender, a future person who's going to be stepping into your life, which could also go hand in hand with that Judgment card, where I feel like someone's going to try to get your attention. This could be the knight in shining armor kind of a feeling, someone's just going to come in and sweep you off your feet, that sort of a vibration. I also feel like the Talisman is kind of saying you are destined to succeed. That I feel like that's initially answering maybe a hidden question that you have asked that maybe you didn't want to ask out loud, but it's something that you wonder or something that you worry about, where it's kind of saying maybe you worry that you won't ever find love, or you worry you'll never have the happy ending in a love story. And I feel like the Talisman is kind of saying, no, you are definitely destined to succeed. You are destined to have what it truly is that you want, what you're looking for. It's in the cards for you. So I feel like I needed to say that to you, because I think that was something that was definitely on your mind that maybe you didn't want to ask because maybe you feel like it was a dumb question, or you don't want to, be completely vulnerable in your reading or whatnot. The Wizard card is saying that you have the ability to use your skills to aid others. I'm taking this kind of definition to say you have the ability to manifest and to ask out whoever you want. I love that the Wizard has his hand illuminated in the card. I just feel like it's just kind of saying you have the control. You have the ability. It's in the palm of your hand to choose who you want in your life. And so I feel like it's kind of one of those things where if somebody is piquing your interest, if there is somebody out there that is just you're truly intrigued by, and like maybe you want to get to know them more, why not, right? And then we have the Earth card coming through. We have the crown chakra, same as the Judgment energy, and we have Hunt. I love it. So your spirit guides are pretty much saying, for one, you need to first ground yourself with the earth energy. Also, earth energy is very fertile energy, and it's all about planting seeds to see the growth happen in the future. So what your spirit guides are saying is start planting your seeds now. That wizard energy. Start manifesting now. You know, who is it that you are desiring? What kind of a person, what kind of personality traits does this person have? You know, start manifesting those little details and planting seeds for it, and also grounding yourself. Get yourself ready. You want to make sure that you are grounded and really ready and comfortable in your own life so that you can invite someone else into your life. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you are physically, emotionally, spiritually ready for love. So cleansing out that heart chakra, getting yourself prepared for the love life, because you are definitely going to be obtaining that rather quickly, I feel. The Hunt card is kind of saying, don't be afraid to hunt that person. Don't be afraid to pursue that person, okay? You don't always have to wait for them to come to you. If somebody is piquing your interest, it's kind of saying maybe you got to go on the hunt to obtain them. Sometimes we have to be a little bit more aggressive in that way. And then of course the crown chakra energy to me feels the same as the Judgment card that fell out for you, which is, to me, somebody will be trying to get your attention, but I also feel like this can say, you know, spirit is they're guiding someone into your life. And when you meet this person, it's one of those things where it's going to feel meant to be. It's going to feel like you finally found somebody that is on the same level as you, that they understand you and they respect you, which I feel is really important when it comes to love. Okay, so let's pull on what attributes, like what do you need in love? Let's pull on that. Because now that we've established and we answered your question on the future of your love life is yes, you know, there will be a love life. I feel like there's going to be somebody new coming through soon. But let's ask the cards, what do you need from love? What do you need and what do you not need? Okay, I want to ask that. What do you need? What do you not need when it comes to love? So what do you need? What do you not need? Okay, I want it within so that you can see. So we'll just do it one at a time. So what do you need? So what I'm seeing here with the Six of Bats, the Knight of Bats, and the Empress, when it comes to love, for one thing, you need somebody who's fully invested. With the Six of Bats is like, you need somebody who is not going to bring all of their baggage with them. You need someone who's going to be really ready to devote 100% to you and the relationship. I feel like you had in the past too many people who had baggage. And I feel like maybe even you yourself brought your own baggage into the mix. And I feel like what you need is like a complete, fresh, clean start. So this, to me, the Six of Bats or the Six of Swords is all about that. Like, you're leaving shit behind and you're moving on to a more peaceful situation. You do not need to bring the past with you. And you also need a lover who is of a Knight of Bats energy, which is the Knight of Swords. You need somebody who's going to be very, proactive, someone who's not going to be afraid. They're very fearless people. They're of the air energy, so this could be somebody who is a quick thinker, a good speaker, somebody who is not afraid to communicate, somebody who's not afraid to take risks. Okay, so you need someone who's going to be willing to take action rather than sit on the sidelines. The other thing I'm seeing with the Empress card, so we have The Empress card coming through as someone who's creative, okay? Somebody who has like their own plans, their own aspirations, things that they want to do in life. Also somebody who has a really good relationship with their mother, I feel, with the Empress card coming through. I feel like it's true what they say, like you look at that lover, and the way that they treat their mother and their family is the way that they're going to treat you. So I kind of feel that's kind of something that might be really true with this next situation with someone that you do connect with. So pay attention to the way that they treat their mother, or like what is their, how do they nurture themselves? How do they nurture a relationship? Because the Empress card is also about nurturing, like taking care of. So I feel like you need love that is like that. You need someone who's not going to be upset when you want to nurture and love and take care of them, but also you want someone who's going to be willing to do the same for you too. So I feel like kind of like an equal balance in the relationship. The Fear card, with that, I see the Seven of Ghosts. So to me, I kind of see this as sometimes there's a fear of you where maybe you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket with one person. It's almost like you want to see what else is out there. Is this really the one? I feel like if that is true, like if you find yourself nodding your head when I say that, you have to kind of start switching your mindset a little bit, because if you are always waiting to see if someone else is the better option, you're gonna constantly be like finding the flaws and finding things wrong with a current lover because you're always waiting for the next person. So we want to kind of get you to step away from that kind of mindset. It's okay to have a wandering eye when you're in the middle of dating and stuff, but when you really want to get serious and settle down with someone, you kind of have to allow yourself to do it, okay? Sorry with the clock. And then the Oracle cards that came through, we have voice, connection, and beginning. So I feel like you need definitely somebody who is going to speak their mind, someone who's a good communicator. You guys need to have a relationship where you will communicate together, but you also need someone who's going to let you and allow you to have your own voice too. They're not going to be pushing you down and making you submit all of the time. Like, you guys are equals. I have connection here. So to me, that's big. There needs to be a connection, physical, mental, spiritual, on all areas of your life. If you're just in a relationship with someone and it's physically connected, but there's nothing else there, obviously that's a red flag. That's not the right one. You want to make sure you meet someone that is going to fulfill every single connection and aspect in your life. And then we have beginning. I love it. So beginning to me is kind of like you need something, you need a relationship that is ready to start from the very beginning. You guys aren't going to start over. So this is not an ex situation. I feel like this is like a new, fresh start, a brand new person, a brand new energy. So if you have been wondering about an ex or whatnot, I do not feel like that is what you need at this moment, at least from what the cards are saying. And then let me pull one more card for advice on this situation. The Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. Again, like I was telling you, sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. Sometimes you have to be the person who is the aggressor, the person who is stepping forward and trying to get that other person's attention. And I feel like the Serpent is kind of saying that, like, what you need more of is you to be a little bit more confident in your ability to ask somebody out and win their love and win their attention and that sort of thing. You don't always have to wait for them to come to you. Okay, so let's put these cards away and look at what you don't need in a relationship. So that was this pile. What you don't need. And I guess technically I could read all of these in reverse, since this is more of like what you don't need in a relationship. And then of course the shadow card, and then my oracle cards, what you don't need, what you don't need, what you don't need, and then our card for advice, what you don't need in love. The Griffin. Really interesting. Okay, So first off, what you don't need. So the star card was the first one that came out. And to me, the star card is you don't need somebody who is still holding on to the past. Star card energy is all about the past or the forgiveness of something, the healing of a process. But when you see it in its like negative sense or its reverse sense, to me, this is somebody who has not gotten over an ex, somebody who has not gotten over a bad situation in their past. This is somebody who is still living in their past. This is somebody who is not yet ready to move forward. You definitely do not need this in love and in any relationship. If you've met somebody that just like starts talking about their ex and they just start talking about their past as if like it's still hurting them, that is a red flag for you. And I also feel like in that sense, maybe that is definitely certain energies of people that you have recently been talking to. So if this person is giving you that feeling, I would just say, like, I don't have time for that. Okay. The next one is the 8 of Pumpkins. Really interesting because the 8 of Pumpkins is somebody who works really, really hard. Okay. A hard worker, somebody who's really putting the work into the situation or anything that they do. In the reverse sense, to me, this is somebody that you don't want someone who is workaholic status, okay? Now, there's a difference. There's a difference between a person who is a hard worker and they're devoted to their work and their projects and whatnot. But they also know how to balance out the work life and also dedicate time to their relationship or their home time or whatever. I feel like this card is kind of saying you don't need somebody who is so invested in their work and in their money that they're blind to everything else around them, okay? I also feel like you need to be done with the little boys. You need to be done with the kinds of people that are just all in it for themselves and they're not chivalrous. You know what I mean? Like they're not there to help you or they're not there to raise you up. It's just they're only about themselves and they only care about themselves, that kind of thing. I just feel like there's certain little boy mentalities that maybe you've been around in the past, and it's just like they like to portray themselves as this like man who has everything and good money and good this and that. But then when you really get to know them, it's like they're just little boys. They're little boys. So I feel like you need to kind of let go of that type of person too. But to me, that's just an element that is not going to be helping you whatsoever. And then you also got the World card. So what you don't need in a relationship, the World card to me is the same as the Star card. This is somebody who has not yet broken old habits, somebody who has not yet broken old cycles. This is someone who's still living in their past, somebody who has not gotten over an ex, that kind of thing. So you got to get someone who is more of a self-starter and efficient person. The life, the empathy, and the reward card came up. So I feel like when it comes to what you don't need in life is just complete opposites. You don't need someone who is not going to be empathetic. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking a Coke. So it gives me the burps. You don't need someone who is not empathetic. You need somebody who's going to express their emotions and communicate their feelings. You don't need a hard ass, okay? Like that's just what that makes me feel like, a hard ass. And then like the rewards, maybe like this can definitely mean like somebody who is not welcoming of accepting, compliments or accepting like good things in life. Maybe they're always looking at the negatives in situations. You need more of a positive person, someone who has a positive mindsets, positive ideals and goals in life. And then the life card in general, you need someone who's really, really eager and willing to live life and not just sit at home doing nothing. You need someone's energy who is just like, they want to, go do things. They want to go on adventures with you. They want to experience life and travel and all of the things that you like to do. They have similar or the same interests. You don't need somebody who's going to be just, a bump on a log, that kind of thing. And then the Griffin came up for you, honor and good luck. So I love it. I feel like this card is just kind of saying like, no matter what, there's going to be duds that you're going to be meeting. You're going to be meeting some duds. You're going to be meeting some like just guys, people that are just not worth your time. And that's okay. That's part of the love life experience. We have to get through some of like the crappier types of people before we meet someone who's really worth our time. So I feel like the Griffin is kind of saying, hang in there, honor it, good luck with the situation. You know that there's going to be somebody there for you. The cards revealed that, but it's like, don't, if you meet one or two duds on the way, don't let that ruin your whole plan, your goal for finding love. Like it's there, it's gonna happen. And then the shadow card, sorry, I forgot about that. We have the Ace of Pumpkins, which the Ace of Pumpkins is all about taking opportunities. And what you don't need in a relationship is somebody who is not, someone who's going to push down those opportunities. They're going to push down your goals, your dreams, your desires. So if you find yourself, maybe you're super attracted to somebody, but just they're always limiting your ideas, or they're always telling you that your goals are dumb. That to me is an Ace of Pumpkin in reverse. Like, don't even don't even bother with that. I feel like you need an individual who's a goal setter, who is taking initiative in their own life. They're hungry for life. They want to live life rather than let it pass them by. You know what I mean? So obviously you're looking for the amazing person, and I feel like you will find your knight in shining armor. But I feel like you also, this also goes with you identifying your own faults and your own habits and breaking those old habits. And not going for things or situations or guys or people just that once worked for you, but maybe you're like outgrowing that. You know, so don't be afraid to try something different when it comes to dating, how you date, where you are meeting people, and your approach to the love life. Because I feel like it's like the minute you start to switch it up a little bit, you're going to meet someone. So with that, my love, this concludes your future and fortunes reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Or if you would like to give me feedback, send me an email. And anyone who's watching, if you would like to book one of my fall theme readings, they are available till October 31st. So click the link below, check it out, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, loves.